Hello and welcome to Lead. In the company series, till now we have completed 60 questions. Let's start part 4 of Company Act with the question number 61. Which of the doctrine explains if company acts beyond the power given by MOA, then it will be void? Option A, doctrine of ultra vires. Option B, doctrine of constructive notice. Option C, doctrine of indoor management. Option D, doctrine of registration. And option A, doctrine of veto. The answer of this question will be A, doctrine of ultra vires. According to these doctrines, a company gets its power either from MOA or Company Act 2013. So the word ultra vires means beyond and vires means power. So whenever a company goes beyond its power, then its action will be void and it is called ultra vires. The next question is 62. Which of the doctrine says that no one will have right against company before aware of memorandum of association because it is a public document? Option A, doctrine of ultra vires. Option B, doctrine of constructive notice. Option C, doctrine of indoor management. Option D, doctrine of registration. And option E, doctrine of veto. Answer of this question will be option B, doctrine of constructive notice. So constructive notice means every MOA when it get registered it become a public document. So whenever a external stakeholder get clash with the company, so they need to verify that he must aware about the MOA, otherwise he cannot blame on company. The next question will be 63. Which of the following doctrine is called protector of outsider? Option A, doctrine of ultra vires. Option B, doctrine of constructive notice. Option C, doctrine of indoor management. Option D, doctrine of registration. And option E, doctrine of veto. The answer to this question will be C, doctrine of indoor management. Indoor management doctrine explain that no external stakeholder has need to inquire about whether the internal proceeding of the company is going according to MOA or AOA. By this way, it will protect the external member of this company. The next question will be 64. Which of the following is correct regarding name clause under MOA? Option A, suffix will be used like limited for public company and private limited for private company. Form 24 is used for registration of name. Option C, resubmission form for approval of name is applied within 15 days of rectification of name. Option D, reserve of the name for new company is 20 days and for existing company is 60 days from the date of approval. Option E, all this statement is true. We know that MO has memorandum of association has 5 clause. Name clause is one of them. So what is the process to get the name of this company, which is explained in the question? We have to check the correct statement regarding it. Let's check one by one. Name clause. For getting name clause, we have to fill form 24. Name cannot be similar to existing company, registered trademark, apply for registration. So option B is true. Option A said suffix will be used like limited for public company and private limited for private company. This is true. Option C says resubmission form for approval of name is applied within 50 days of rectification of name. Rectification means if there is any error and you want to rectify it, then again we have to fill the form to the ROC within the 15 days of disapproval of the previous name. So option C is true. Option D says reserve of the name for the new company is 20 days and for existing company is 60 days from the date of approval. The date is true for both of the types of company. So option E, all the statement is true. So A, B, C and D all are true. So E is the right answer of this question. The next question is, which type of company uses suffix as foundation, association, federation, chamber, confederation, council? Option A, OPC, that is the one person company. Option B, section 8 company. Option C, private limited company. Option D, holding company. Option E, subsidiary company. We have read about it in the previous lecture that it's a section 8 company, which is a non-profit company, and its suffix will be foundation, association, federation, chamber, confederation and council. The answer will be B. The next question will be, what is the full form of RUN? Reserve a unique name, reserve undefined name, real unverified name, run usual name, or E, none. The answer of this question will be A, reserve a unique name. So whenever a company get started, it's need a name. So he will go to ROC and register a name for their need, and this process is called a reserve a unique name. The next question will be 67. Registered company must provide ROC to investigate about address within dash days of registration. 15 days, 30 days, 45 days, 60 days or 7 days. The answer of this question will be B, 30 days. Whenever a company started and get registered, first thing within the 15 days, within the 50 days must be address of correspondence have to be submitted to ROC and provide verification by ROC within 30 days of incorporation. 15 दिन में एड्रेस देना है और 30 दिन में उसको वेरीफाई करवाना है सेल्फ. The next question is, if a company changes its motto against its core objective of its name, then company had to change its name within blanks month or change its activity. Option A, 6 month. Option B, 9 month. Option C, 2 month. Option D, 3 month, or option B, 4 month. The answer of this question will be A. Object clause show the objectives of the company. If company have changed its objective, then within 6 months either change its name or change its objective, and for this we have to incorporate a new way to ROC. The next question will be, which of the following is correct regarding liabilities clause? Option A, clause specify liability of its member. Option B, if company is limited by share, then liability of its member limited to amount of share they hold. Option C, if a company is limited by guarantee, then total liability of company is limited to its member according to equal proportionate. Option D, if company wants to alter liability clause in MOA, then restrict the liability of director by passing a resolution which should be filled with register within a period of 30 days. And option E, all the statement is true. So answer of this question will be E. So what is liability clause? the clause specify liabilities of its member. Liabilities mean dendari. If company is limited by share, then liability of its member limited to amount of share they hold. But if company is limited by guarantees, then total liability of company is limited to its member according to equal proportionate. If company want to alter liabilities, first of thing it is a very tough process. But when it want to alter, so it must have to alter the whole MOA. And for this they have to pass a resolution within their shareholders, and after that the resolution will be registered within a period of 13 days to the registrar of the company. The next question will be 70. Which of the following is the process of alteration of capital clause? Option A, increase share capital by issuing new share. Option B, consolidate existing share. Option C, conversion of fully paid share into stock. Option D, cancellation of unused share. And option D, all of the above. The answer of this question will be E, all of the above. So what is capital clause? Capital clause related to capital of the company, and it is valid only those company having share capital. So alteration of capital clause have four types of process. The first, increase share capital by issuing new share. The second is consolidate existing share, दो को जोड़ के एक बना दिया जाए. Conversion of fully paid share into a stock like ESOP, and cancellation of unused share. We will discuss all types of share in the 7th chapter. So this was the last question of this part. Thank you for watching it.